It's 7 o'clock. We're going to call the meeting to order. If everyone would join us and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. When would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Hand?
Yep.
Mr. Grover? Here. Mrs. Sullivan?
Here.
Mr. Holchansky?
Here.
Mrs. Vanderwater?
Here.
Ms. Lesniak?
Here. Can I get a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the February 7th meeting?
Moved.
Second.
Any questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those are approved. Lynn, are there any citizens' comments tonight? Is there anyone looking to address the board this evening? Okay, seeing none, we will close citizens' comments. First item on the agenda is to approve vouchers.
So I have a question on the very last voucher. That's in the amount of $1,240. I believe it was paid on the last run.
Is this the one for Linda?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
So why is it here again?
She threw the checks away.
Accidentally?
Yes.
Not really something you would do on purpose.
So she got the check and accidentally threw it away?
Yes.
All right, I will mark on the voucher that it's a duplicate payment and then we can go ahead
It's
and...
voided and...
Okay.
If there aren't any other concerns with the vouchers, can I get a motion to approve them?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Second item is a public hearing to consider proposed local law C-24, the residency requirements for town historian. So I'll take a motion to go into public hearing.
I'll second it.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there anyone looking to address the board in favor of the, let me rewind a second. So we had a town historian for the past couple of years. He resided in the village, in the town of Van Buren, which is usually what you would want your historian to be from your town. He moved to a neighboring town and asked if he could continue to serve. We didn't have anyone, we put it up on the website, didn't have anyone else that was interested, and so we do need to adopt a local law allowing him to serve as our town historian while residing outside the town limits. So I guess if there's...
So the local law is actually changing so that we could have somebody
right,
from
in
outside
contiguous
Onondaga County in
counties.
contiguous counties, right?
Exactly. So I guess I'll ask, is there anyone looking to speak in favor of the residency requirements local law? Is there anyone looking to speak in opposition to the residency local law? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to close the public
Before
hearing.
that, if we could, I just want to mention that it's difficult to find people who want to serve in general, to serve on town boards, to serve in a position like this. And if we limit it to just the town of Van Buren, it really will keep people who may be interested in serving on this position even, it'll keep them from doing it. So if we have somebody who's really interested in the history of Van Buren, Lysander, Baldwinsville in general, and if they can't serve in that position simply because they don't live in this town, it's really going to restrict the people that can serve the town. So I just want to speak in favor of this.
Why don't we take a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Public hearing is now closed. Can I have a motion to adopt local laws?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second. Any other discussion? Mike, I echo Mike's comments. It's not easy. We did talk about this at length too, that if someone from our town did step up and was interested, that we would certainly consider that. So it gives us both options. So.
Yeah, and I do want to stress, it's not just because of this one particular person. We're not changing laws just so we can have one particular person. We're changing the law so that we can have a greater pool of people who might be interested, who can really serve the position well.
If there isn't any other discussion, all those in favor of adopting local law C-24?
Aye.
Do you need a roll call for that?
Oh, local law? No?
Yep.
Alrighty. Motion carried. So now that we have approved that we can have a town historian from outside the town of Van Buren, I'll take a motion to appoint Steve McMahon as town historian with a term to expire at the end of this year.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for continuing to serve, Mr. McMahon. Item number 5 is appointing Linda Pease as our budget officer with a term to expire on March 6th, 2025.
I make a motion.
Wendy?
And I'll second.
Bob? Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 6 is appoint Caitlin Fowler as clerk 1 in the codes office effective 2/28/24 at a rate of $25.10 per hour, which is a bargaining unit rate. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? I guess I'll just say that several of us sat and interviewed, I think 7 candidates, and Caitlin did a fantastic job, so I'm looking forward to having her join Town of Van Buren. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Welcome, Caitlin Fowler. Item number 7 is award bid to Affordable Fence in the amount of $14,320 for fencing at Snowdale Park, to be paid with $8,375, which is left over from our community development grant, and the remaining will be paid out of our general fund, which is $5,945. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any other discussion? I probably should note that we did put this out to bid. We had 3 quotes come back. One quote was for $21,895, another quote for $20,925, and Affordable Fence at $14,320 is the quote we decided to go with. All those in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8 is to set a bid date for Maple Road sidewalk project. Jason, I don't know, do you have a date that you want?
Yes, March 13th, 10 a.m.
March 13th, 10 a.m.
We got funding through Senator Manion's office to replace the asphalt sidewalk from Van Buren Road down to past what used to be Spence Series Field there in Maple Road. Probably locals.
Can I get a motion to set the bid date?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 9 is accept the 2023 Community Development Block Grant for Pavilion in Snowdale in the amount of $50,000, which will require a $17,500 match in town funds and authorize the loan in the amount of $50,000 from the general fund until we are reimbursed. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
This is, again, similar to where the fence is going. This is Snowdale Park in the Seneca Knolls subdivision. Right now, it has a half-court basketball on it. The fence will then eventually line the back of the parcel so that balls won't roll down the bank anymore. And then the other piece that we were looking to do was putting a pavilion on the property for people in the community if you're hosting something. And nothing that you'd have to rent at this point, I don't think. It's just gonna be a structure in this little park. So it's great that we got a community development block grant and that it's only gonna cost us $17,500 of town funds. So,
I'd like to add, in the Harbor Heights development where I live, where several of us live, we do have the same kind of setup. It's a smaller park that has a little bit of playground equipment, but it's got a pavilion, and that pavilion is one of the most popular parts of our neighborhood. People have graduation parties there, they have various things, and there's no charge for it. We just have a very intelligent citizen who's willing to keep track of all that stuff. And we put up a simple sign that says reserved, and people can use it for whatever they want. And it really works out great for our neighborhood.
excellent. Any other discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. I do have a penciled in number 10. Wendy has been working diligently and that, no understatement, on a solar law, revisions to our solar law. We had put a moratorium in place that was gonna expire. Now we have a new draft, which we're willing to consider. We were almost at final version. We had a public hearing, but we've made some tweaks and we just think it would be more appropriate to call for a public hearing again. So item 10 will be setting a public hearing for the solar law for March 6th at 7 o'clock. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any other discussion on this one? Did you
So
have-
I'll just say the comments where we see that the public hearing is what's resulted in some of the tweaks to the legislation that we had prepared. They're very minor, and at the public hearing, I can just review it really quick when we open the public hearing, just for everyone's knowledge. They're very minor, but I feel it's appropriate to open the public hearing again, just in case anyone else has any other comments. And then we can put it to bed.
Sounds good. I have a motion and second. If there's no other discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Counselor and committee reports and comments. Start this way first. Bob Grover.
I have nothing for any of my committees, but I was just gonna ask Eric, how is the project coming in Harbor Heights where they were doing that drainage since Doug's not here?
I believe they're on the home stretch there. They were able to get the biggest pipe in that they wanted to, so
Good.
it's gonna help huge on draining the water out a little quicker.
Sounds good.
They're gonna saw cut the asphalt tomorrow and put in some cold patch, so it'll be open up tomorrow.
Oh, beautiful.
Probably done.
Yeah, so it was within that time frame that Doug had spoke about. Great. Thank you.
Great.
I was gonna ask the same question.
Do you have anything else tonight, Wendy?
I don't think so.
Mike?
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Jen?
I just wanted to remind everybody that I have we have a 3 p.m. February 28th, Parks and Rec Building Grounds meeting at Van Buren Park. That's it.
Roger, did you have anything tonight?
I have nothing.
Okay, I'll bring back a Claude tradition, Glenn reminded me. So under supervisor's comments, we did receive correspondence back from the state regarding a speed limit reduction request we sent them for Van Buren Road, specifically between State Route 48 and the town of Camillus boundary. Unfortunately, they've determined that lowering the speed limit would not be appropriate at this time. So it's a little unfortunate, it's out of our control, this is the process, but we did do our part and ask for a reduction. Fortunately, the state is not going to honor that,
So was that requested by a resident?
yes.
So you'll let them know?
Oh,
Is it addressed to them?
no, it comes here because we send the correspondence.
Right, but are you gonna?
I can't tell you off the top of my head who originally, I'll see if I can figure
Yeah.
out who
There's a
originally, but I guess I'm hoping that between the minutes and PAC-B, that I can get out the horrible news that Van Buren Road is gonna not be lowered. So if I can figure out who the original, I'll try.
Okay.
No highway super tonight, so we'll skip his comments. Engineer, any other comments
No
tonight?
additional comments tonight?
Rich, anything from attorney?
Nothing further.
Lynn, do you want me to ask? All right. No further business this evening. I will entertain a motion to adjourn to the March 6th, 2024 meeting at 7.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming out.
Thank you, yes. Thank you very much.